So it says going live. Finally, like magic. So I have a theory here, and maybe I'll have to do this. Apparently, it likes to use the backup server, not the main server. Maybe there's too many people on the main server here. I don't know. Definitely a weird problem here. Anyways, is there any chat? So, hello, people. More Tesla vids. Yeah, working on that. I just been too busy to do Tesla videos, but I am going to do some more. That is definitely on the horizon soon to do the Tesla videos. I want to talk about the new software coming out for Tesla because it's going to be the one with Cuphead on it and a bunch of other cool stuff, that the new version 10 software. So it's kind of weird. Let's see. Someone said video isn't working. Can someone tell me? I see a preview that looks like it's working. Hey, Marcus, you should go see if my video is working.
Okay.
So he's going to try and watch it. Okay, now it is. Video's working. All right. Yeah, I'm at home because I'm between events. So today is a series of events that have to occur. This morning's events were less fun. I may do a video about it, but it's not too super exciting. It's one of those unmanaged clients that had a minor breach. I say minor, but they use the same password everywhere. So like to do the debrief on it is not that exciting, but it still occurs, and maybe I'll do a video talking about that because there's different theories about how you handle clients and make sure you have a process. Frame rate being a bit low, that might make sense. There is certainly some challenges streaming off this new laptop. I don't have all the details worked out, but this is not a super long video because I'm, like I said, between events and I didn't have time to go back to the office, so I just flipped open my laptop, loaded OBS, and figured I'd do this because I'm going to be going to one place and then I'm going to be on stage between 7 and 9 in this event in Detroit called the Digital Summit, part of a big thing that I'll be talking as a panelist. So I'm going to be exhausted by the time I'm done, and I probably wouldn't even feel like doing Vlog Thursday. I'm going to crash when I get home and sleep. So thoughts on security. I've done some consulting, and it's sometimes interesting to see a lot of people's, where they've come from, and sometimes their older thoughts on security, and are trying to apply them modernly. That's enough. No, yeah, you're done. So he's done distracting all of us. But one of the problems and the challenges with security is it's ever evolving. And in one of the conversation pieces I had with some of the people that I was doing the consulting with was they were absolutely correct, and not in a derogatory way, but they were very correct that all of the things that they thought were right were very true a number of years ago. And they will protect you from threats from several years ago. And this is actually what spawned the Errata video, because that was where there was a point of confusion with some people, is just how much visibility you lose due to the fact that just things are encrypted now. And so it's become much more of a challenge to secure your devices based on the one perimeter. So you can't say, oh, the firewall will protect me. It really is become back to being a dumb router because it's blinded to so much of the data it goes through. So it's become a different threat model. And the reason I bring this up, and I'll point this out, and I'm not going to dig for the video, but any of you can dig for it if you want to dig through Reddit under the MSP side. So you had the Texas incident, and this was, based on everything I know from friends in the industry and from that video they had of how the backup company saved them. That backup company got some kudos for helping restore some of the things in there. But the problem I noticed, they had, full WatchGuard firewalls, undoubtedly with a full stack of protection. That does not protect you in any way against the threat models that got all these Texas cities, municipalities ransomed. So that's where it's like, cool, you have it, great, you're using some type of, Errata or whatever your intrusion detection system or prevention system is, but it's just not enough anymore. Matter of fact, it's probably very little add-on to your network stack. So where it was a big important part, I view it now as less important. But you get some of these other people who think it's like you have to have it. This thing protects me from threats all day. Yeah, it collects a lot of noise to make you feel good. But if most of the traffic's encrypted and they're, for example, clicking on phishing links that are also, and this is absolutely expected as the evolution of attacks have gone, they encrypt all of them. They're using Let's Encrypt on all the different websites. Matter of fact, most of the time, threat actors are hijacking WordPress websites that are known good and creating like a landing page within them. That way it doesn't get flagged by any type of web filtering, even if you have web filtering. Creating a page that looks like a normal page, but it's for a login to, spearfish your credentials, and it passes right through any of these things. That's just, they realize you can't just send email attachments like used to. That's gotten harder. It still works to an extent, but it's gotten a lot more difficult because of mail filtering, et cetera, et cetera. So now they send them to landing pages. And I bring this up because this is what happened to the client of ours, not exactly fully managed client. They had protection on the computers, but they used the same password everywhere on their emails, all of their emails, and someone used that password to then pretend to be them and started emailing all the people in their contacts list a fake landing page to spearfish more credentials. I don't know what the end goal was, but it didn't even try to download any malware. It was all just landing pages to collect more credentials. And they were purging out the sent. It was only from all the bounces and replies that we seen what the original message that was sent out with. But it obviously kept me busy in the morning sorting things out and getting the client all caught up. So let me catch up on some comments here. Yeah, video is good enough frame rate. Hey, glad you've learned a lot, Bill. Awesome. Let's see. Make those hardware firewalls for normies like the Norton thing. Yeah. Local law from AT&T multifunction one UniFi gear single modem box said also. Yeah. Hey, David Stahl, awesome to see you here. So I do have some plans for some more UniFi videos. And I bring it up because that's one of the things that's in the queue, so to speak. I've actually flew my drone around. We've put a lot of solutions in lately for clients. Like I have one of them that I realized I never did a video on it. We had to do an update because they built more buildings. Like this is a multi-acre site with all a series of site-to-site UniFis and how we propose a solution. I also have some hardware. We did some marinas over the summer, and I didn't do any videos about the marinas. So I got a handful of UniFi project videos. I haven't been out in the field as much, but I'm working on changing that. There's some more changes coming at the company. If you follow me in any detail or you are checking my website, you notice the website changed a little bit. One of the things that we just made a decision was we're not going to be doing web design anymore directly. So I no longer have a full-time web developer. We are making a transition, and that's getting bought out basically by another company and moving over. That I'm not going to have any. We're working out the details for referral stuff, but even some clients are going with that too, because we don't have that many web clients. We've done a lot of websites over the years, so that's going to be another change coming to the company. There's a few more coming that are going to be positive changes, and it's all about me strategizing in a way so I'm less involved in the parts I don't want to do, like the sales part essentially. So I'm working on putting a person together who's going to take over that so I can actually focus on making more content. That's what I want to do more of. That's a lot of fun. I like high-level consulting. I want to do more of that. I want to do less of the basic sales stuff that I end up following up on too much because we're tech-heavy and sales weak because I'm the sales guy for the company. So there's a few more changes that we'll be doing and coming to the company regarding that. What is my tool what am I pinging a Cisco Umbrella? So DNS filtering is good. DNS filtering does provide faster response. The reason why is because if you're using Umbrella, you're using 999, the one that IBM posts, which is pretty good too. If they know something and they add it to the DNS block list, it's easier to propagate a DNS server with information to sinkhole a bad website than it is to send an update, because let's say Errata is a perfect example. So we have block lists in Errata, reputation IP lists, and intrusion and prevention systems like that. They're only going to pull, let's say, hourly at the high end, depending on your subscriptions. At some point, you can't pull the data fast enough. And think about how you're distributing it. You're distributing all that data to a series of endpoints that are pulling it. It's a lot of data moving all the time versus a DNS entry. I add it to the DNS. If anyone queries that DNS server for that bad reputation, it's not going to be in there. They're going, nope, that IP has been sinkholed because we realize it's a command and control server, so we sinkhold it. So there is some advantage in speed because it's more about the technology, not that they're doing it better. It's just that the technology and the way you're distributing it, because I'm only updating one DNS list as long as that site wasn't hit before, because this is where DNS can fail. If there's a TTL on every DNS entry, so let's say I have a TTL of X hours, well, that TTL hasn't expired. So even if they update DNS, until that TTL expires out of local cache, I'll still keep pulling up the bad website even though it's expired. So DNS has the advantage of quicker to propagate, quicker because you probably haven't looked up the bad site yet, but if you have looked it up, it's harder to get it out of the cache because it's going to keep, even your browser caches DNS entries until it realizes the TTL is expired and then goes, hey, let me see if this record's changed and if I need to pull a new record. So, let's see. FreeNAS, XCP, and GVM. Can XCP, FreeNAS be installed in the same LSI controller if they have separated one? You either have to, the way you have to do it, and I have an explainer video coming up on this because so many people want to do it. XCP and G, you can pass hard drives through directly to FreeNAS underlying. That's the way you want to do it. So, what is my opinion on tools like Cisco Umbrella? All right, got that one. So what's your recommendation to at least make it more difficult for phishing? PF Blocker, Errata, training. The reality is, people are clever at getting around these things. They hijack a WordPress site of a good site that's not on a list. They massively send it out, and until someone reports it, it doesn't get reported, which means always someone gets caught. So there's no easy answer for it, none at all. And training for the users, making sure that they do things properly, that's what matters. You have to do that. That's telling them, be suspicious of these weird emails. If it's telling you to go to the site, if it asks you to log in, but you're already logged in, that's training is going to be better than Errata and PF Blocker combined. Thoughts on Checkpoint's report on app 29? I didn't read that particular one yet, but it'll probably be interesting. Well, we cover that stuff on Friday night. Setting up a bot with UniFi access points for his vet office on the Netgate 1100 UniFi security gateway. Leans towards the Netgate has 2100. So everyone always asks my thoughts. I put together that video on the USG. When we use it, when we don't. If you need, and because this is the problem, and I replied with that video to quite a few people who messaged me. People message me going, I want a whole home VPN. I want to run, I did that video where I show it both on Untangle and on pfSense how you can do a whole home VPN over something like PIA. No problem. Here's how you do it. And people always message me, I want to do it with my USG. I'm like, it's not officially supported. Sorry, it's not. You can't do that. It's all command line, and it's not well supported. So if you need those advanced features, you buy the Netgate. If you don't need them, and for the examples I use, we have a lot of, a decent amount of USGs, I should say. I don't have the exact count in my head. USGs installed for small offices that don't have any need for all that other stuff. If they're not using it, they don't need it. They just need internet. Well, USG works great. It fits nice on a dashboard, tells us notices. It's a fine product in terms of that. So that's why I'm always like, if you want to do those things, then do those things. If you need it, that's the deciding factor. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. If you load the local tools for Umbrella, yes. You can use Umbrella with local tools as well, so that's going to be a little bit different. I use Zabbix. That's how all my logging's done. Greetings from Bolivia. Awesome. Yeah, SG1100 will do a business with 5 to 10 users. That's fine. Tesla's doing good. New videos coming soon. Have you used VLAN Profiles where one VLAN can see multiple? Yeah, that's supported. That's a VLAN function, not really a pfSense function. pfSense, you just tell the head end what the VLANs are. When you tag multiple VLANs, for example, if you need to use LLDP-MED for pass-through, that it's supported in UniFi. It works great. So, yeah, I did videos on Zabbix. I'm probably got the most popular videos on Zabbix. So there's not that many of them out there. What happened with my wife getting hacked? Nothing interesting. She just got one of those stupid email scams that populates your calendar. Nothing that interesting. Anyways, but those are my thoughts on security. Hey, awesome. Hey, look, it's Xavier in here. Me and Xavier were talking security. Watch that video me and Xavier did to give you guys a better idea of how you walk through when you're testing proof of concepts for a CVE. That was a fun video me and Xavier did. We want to do a few more like that, but that's a probably a good walkthrough on. I like doing that, and it's I'm trying to figure out easier ways to create content around some of the banter me and Xavier might have. And this is other people in the security industry when it comes to when we want to break down how something works, how a, what do you call it? How, like, the whole security process and how you poke at something to figure things out. So, yeah. Yeah, Xavier had to relate to the web business being gone too, so... Okay, he's been here a minute. Yeah, the web biz stuff. I'll tell you about it offline, Xavier, some of the other details behind the scenes, what's going on. So we'll talk tomorrow about that. Yep, you get the some iPhone announcements. They're all been the same. Everyone who's had that, basically, if you have, and the default option is auto accept. If you have auto accept on your calendar, if you're using Google Calendar, there was this thing sent out where they were hijacking it basically to put iPhone offers in, and yeah, that's all it is. It's not that big of a deal. It's really annoying, but yeah. PBX Exact Zulu, I've not tested it in a while. I tested it when it's early beta. It seemed like it needed more work. So I don't know. I was going to look at it, and I started touching it, and I didn't really mess with it that much more. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got to get dev mode turned on. Yeah, at some point, we got to get enough money so we just have an extra Tesla to poke at. So, that's where it'll get fun. Are there cheaper options than €299 a month? I mean, you can host it yourself. I don't know if that's cheaper or not. We host it ourselves, but you can, yeah. I mean, you can buy a cloud key and you pay that once, and then you can host it on a cloud key. So that's another option. Cloud Key Gen 2. Don't skip the Gen 1. That thing needs to be retired. It's pretty slow. The Gen 2 is awesome. I think they did a great job on that. Oh, awesome. Thank you on helping on MSPs. Yes, I try to be very helpful. Yeah, all of us wish we had money for extra Teslas, right? That'd be great. Is there a mystical fix for generating a Let's Decrypt cert on a Nextcloud snap, like finding Bigfoot? I don't know. I've never done it. I don't use Nextcloud. I did a video on Nextcloud, but it's not something I use on the daily. I don't use UNMS. I don't have enough stuff in it that I care. Buy me some whiskey when you pass through. Yeah, message me a time. I like whiskey. My address is there if you just want to drop off a bottle too. Yeah, I've not tested much with. I just don't use Nextcloud. That's my thing. I use SyncThing because that just is simplistic and works for me. So as long as that SyncThing just does the trick. So because people ask me about that all the time. Well, Nextcloud's got all these millions of features. I'm like, it's exposure. I don't need extra things exposed, so I don't use it. That's how I look at it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't know of any known vulnerabilities in it, but when you work at all in security, you're just always thinking about your security posture, which means reducing your threat surface. That's always my thought. SyncThing, because it works over an encrypted tunnel and connects all my devices, and all I care about is document syncing. That's it. Why not just do that? That's just easy. So makes it easy. Officially, you cannot do HA between 2 XCP-ng servers. You need 3. That is if you look in why, I can't remember, it's a math theory behind it, but you need 3, as they call it, the tiebreaker. If you look for my long in-depth video on it, I have a lot of details. I have a whole history of XCP-ng slideshow video. I did it for a presentation, and I have it on my YouTube channel. Let's see. Any thoughts on Robin Robbins, who YouTube's IT MSP sales and marketing? Split brain. Okay, you said it. Yep, that's what I was looking for. The split brain problem. The same goes for VMware and lots of other ones that you need 3. Robin Robbins, I've heard good things about. I've never used any of those, but a lot of them come down to, can you come up with your own sales and marketing, or would you rather give someone money to do it for you? That's part 1. She does 2 things. She also creates like accountability groups and a lot of structure around it. Are you someone who needs that help? She's pretty popular in the business. Like I said, I've never used it, so I can't speak subjectively other than people say, yeah, it's good. I just not use that type of service, so I can't really say much for it. I'm motivated, never had a problem running out there and calling everybody and putting together sales. So that's not been a challenge for me. That's why I've never used any place like Robin Robbins. There's a lot of people out there that do consulting, but that's why I haven't used them. Yeah, it's hard to get started if you don't have any money, I won't lie. You can try to get started part-time, keep your day job, but there are some limitations, of course, by doing that. It makes it hard. I think I have some stories about how I started, and maybe I'll put together a more concise video about the options for how you start a business. But a lot of times you just have to save up money and leverage things you have and liquidate assets. That's partly what I did to, kind of, I thought about actually put like a spreadsheet, like how the functional things I did to do this: liquidate this, sell that, home equity this, credit card that, to raise capital, to hustle, and then build the hustle to run around knocking on doors. That's how I did it, but anyways. Yeah, the split. Oh yeah, Microsoft. I didn't know. So you can do HA with Microsoft with just 2. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Let's see. I prefer to boot Power Cloud keys, UniFi switch. I have a problem, especially when you update the switch, firmware reboots. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't talk too much longer because now I got to go to that next event that I was talking about. So I said this is going to be a little bit shorter an episode. So thank you everyone for joining. I wish I could stay longer. Thank you very much. Hey, we'll put that in the Tesla fund. We'll throw that. Thank you for the money. Thank you, not public. So Windows Server with HA role installed a controller for Hyper-V servers. Okay, cool. Also, I'm wearing the IT Pro TV shirt. So if you're interested in IT Pro TV, I got to do like a formal review of their product, but I have an offer code below. They're a new channel sponsor, and Tech Supply Direct, they're a channel sponsor. Both of them are great. But yeah, this if you need some further learning, I can only teach so much. But we actually have an account with them, and that's how we were using them for almost like a year. Smash the like button. I mean, there's like 20 likes, but 138 people. So there you go. There you go. 21. I like watching the numbers go up. That's exciting. Thank you to SITT. That's not what I thought it said. So thank you, though, for reminding me to tell everyone else to hit it. That does help. Awesome. More videos coming, more details coming, and thank you very much. I'm going to go do an event and go have some fun and all that great stuff. All right, thanks.